Right, ladies and gentlemen, so your junior lineups up the front for Scotland, that's Georgie Wasdale. In the middle, I think that's Ethan Campbell, yes it is. Out the back is Olivia Kirkham. Their impact player on the sideline will be Taryn Tinker. Ireland have started with Eloise Kerrs up the front. Abby Wallace is at number 3. Bailey Maguire at 2. So it's going to be off a pony, or no one had control, so they line up again. So all 3 of these Irish players from North Down branch. Scotland players, Georgie Wasdale from Warwickshire. You can be in a Four Nations team based on branch, location, where you live, and sort of heritage, your nationality, parents' nationality, and so on. So you will sometimes perhaps hear a branch name that doesn't actually isn't within the nation they're playing for. But Georgie Wasdale from Warwickshire, Ethan Campbell from the Morpeth Hunt, and Olivia Kirkham. But we're underway with play. It is Abby Wallace who's come up with it. Abby Wallace in the number 3. She had a good game yesterday. These Irish players have not had as much game time and practice over the last couple of years as some of their English, Scottish and Welsh counterparts, to be honest, because there's been less Polocrosse in Ireland over the last couple of years, what with COVID and so on. So all these 3 Irish players probably not quite as experienced as the players they're playing against, but Bailey Maguire has got the ball, popped it through towards Eloise Kerrs. Eloise Kerrs can't quite hold on to it, but it's rolled through all the way through to the back line. But they had a good day yesterday, particularly against the Welsh in the afternoon. We're very close in that match till the last chukker when Wales did pull a few goals out, but they had a good day overall and will be very pleased with it. Now back out to the 30-yard line they go. Through the Scottish number 3, pops it out to Georgie Wasdale. Georgie Wasdale's going to get chased by Abby Wallace. Abby Wallace just trying to slow her down in midfield. Olivia Kirkham's going to come in and try and trap the Irish number 3, and she's done a reasonably good job there. She's just slowed her down and let Georgie Wasdale turn back and go through, bounce over line, and add a goal for Scotland. Scotland get us underway in the juniors. So a big thank you to all of them that help reduce the cost of the members involved. The members do obviously still pay for training and entry fees and so on, but it does keep the cost down a little bit, which is great. Right, ball's on the floor, and it is, Abby Wallace laid a rack away. She regathered it well. Abby Wallace on Tia, sets off up the field. Looks for her number 1 in goal scoring, Eloise Kerrs. A big high ball popped up over top. Eloise to chase it. I think she's riding Malambo. So a couple of these Irish players on borrowed and hired ponies for this weekend. It's increasingly complicated, has got increasingly complicated to move horses over from Ireland. So often when the Irish players have come over to play, they've been on borrowed and hired horses, which always makes it a little bit harder as well for them. And the ball has been turned over. Scotland on the attack again. Georgie Wasdale. This time Abby Wallace is there to pick her up and push her back towards the line, but Georgie Wasdale manages to slip round the back end. Waved away. Waved away. So I'm not sure if she was in the D or whether it missed the post, but either way, there is a 10-metre D around those goals, and you're not allowed to be within it to shoot. So it's that's sometimes what players fall foul of. Abby Wallace pops it out to Bailey Maguire. Bailey Maguire, now he did some good ball carrying yesterday in midfield, held on to the ball for a lot of timber and stick work thrown at him against Wales. Off he goes again. Ethan Campbell, the left-hander, trying to get a swing at the racket, but Bailey Maguire's done well. He's switched sides, he's protected the stick side. Ethan Campbell trying to come back to his stick side. Bailey Maguire off again down that left-hand channel, puts in the turn on Passion. Held up now, he's come to a bit of a halt. He's got to try and get moving again. He does so well. Good work by Bailey Maguire. Looking for that little pass into Eloise Kerrs. It's gone into Eloise Kerrs. Eloise Kerrs now got to find her way around Olivia Kirkham in this number 3 shirt. Drives in towards a post, perhaps a little bit too, maybe in that little D around the goal at the moment, just holding onto the ball. Olivia Kirkham just trying to get a bit of woodwork on the racket. Eloise it's been crossed over centre line, I think. So passed over to the Scottish number 3. Ireland getting themselves in a couple of positions, but not yet managed to find a way to put the goal through the post. Now Scotland go on the attack again. Out to Georgie Wasdale. Georgie Wasdale straight away. Abby Wallace and Eloise Kerr up alongside. I think the ball is still in the racket there. Abby Wallace. And I think Olivia Kirkham's going to be able to slow down Abby Wallace again. Good play by the Scottish number 3, and Georgie Wasdale can just bounce over that 30-yard line and go through.
Well, George, well, Olivia. Keep this going, Ethan.
I'm going back in.
Go on, take it, George. Take it.
Ball goes in, won by Ethan Campbell in the number 2 shirt, the left-hander for Scotland. Puts in the big spin on arrow. Lovely footwork out of the pony. If you watch some of these ponies move, they are very responsive and twist and turn and stop. And Georgie Wasdale's flight as well just stops and spins and creates a bit of room for a rider to shoot at the post, and through it goes. Scotland's juniors, they had a tight match against England yesterday. They lost in the final chukker. But they did beat Wales at the start of the day, so they're still in the hunt for that junior trophy. They'll need Wales to disrupt England later on, which I'm sure Wales will happily try and do for them. But out the back it goes. Abby Wallace drags it out the back. She's had a good game out the back all weekend. Ball goes in, out the back it goes. Taryn Tinker and Kiss swing, so do Abby Wallace and Tia. Neither of them can pull it in. It's loose on floor, it gets kicked around by the ponies. Olivia Kirkham can see it. Oh, she's gone over top of it. Max Lewis can see it, he can't get it either. Everyone's grabbing. Oh, there's a bit of turning on the ball possibly going on. So who was at fault? It's going to be Island ball. So Taryn Tinker was judged, I think, to be the most at fault there. She went to do the pickup and just turned fully round the ball as she tried to pick up. So it's going to be Ireland's ball. I think we might be going down the 30-yard line. I think we are. So down the 30-yard line we go. And umpire says wait. Let's get the 3 in the area. I think Bailey Maguire would probably rather Taryn Tinker wasn't in the area waiting, but unfortunately she does have a right to be there. So Bailey Maguire will take the little free throw to himself, pulls it back in. Now he's got to find a way around probably one of the hardest threes in the junior grade. Taryn Tinker and Kiss checks up. Bailey Maguire out in the corner at the moment. Taryn Tinker and Kiss will just work and work and work, and then the big racket work will come in when she gets a chance. Across the area they go. Taryn Tinker has a big swing. Bailey Maguire holds on to the ball. He just wants to find half a gap. Taryn Tinker not giving him an inch at the moment. He'll go over the top. Taryn Tinker will block it. And it will roll out over the back line. Good defence by the Scottish number 3. She did a great job yesterday against England. They did lose that match in the end, and against Wales as well. Taryn Tinker takes a little free throw to herself. She's good in attack as well. Off she goes upfield. She'll do a lot of ball carrying in midfield. Georgie Wasdale calls for the early pass, but no, Taryn's still holding on to it. Down through the traffic she goes. The Irish boys will hunt her. Bailey Maguire and Max Lewis try and get one either side. The little pass popped across, doesn't quite find the racket of Georgie Wasdale. Olivia Kirkham's done work on Abby Wallace again. Scotland, all their players working hard, and they know their jobs well. And Georgie Wasdale wins it in the area, drives round, leans out the side, pops it through.
Good work, girls.
So Scotland add another one to the junior side of the scoreboard. Watercoast scoreboard ticks over for Scotland, and they'll go and line up far side. Umpire Dan Kelly will call them in. He gives them ball. Where is it? It's down on the floor. Who can see it? It's Max Lewis. Max Lewis pops up with it in that number 2 shirt. Max Lewis riding Mercy. Max Lewis sets off up the field, looking for his number 1 goal scorer, Bailey Maguire, but he's got Taryn Tinker at the moment holding him out in midfield. And now in towards the area she goes. Max Lewis might have to risk the shot or pass, but Taryn Tinker's just there, blocks it off, marking up line side. The Scottish number 3. Now Ireland's going to have to switch to defensive mode again and work to try and get this ball back. And that's the problem with Polocrosse. Once you've lost the ball, you've got to just defend, and that's even more tiring than attacking. And now Taryn Tinker's going to set Georgie Wasdale free. Abby Wallace is going to chase her to the 30-yard line and try and get some pressure on her with that bounce. Down goes the ball. She pulls it in, lets it fly. Goal. So Scotland go up the other end and score, and that. So they'll come back again. Ireland and Scotland will line up on umpire John Ray. Ball goes in. Where is it? It's down on the floor. Sticks dig through it. Who's got it? No one at the moment. Taryn Tinker can see her, that orange racket. Pulls it up. And now sets off up the field. Georgie Wasdale trying to break away straight away. Down towards the 30-yard line. They go with a little pass into Georgie Wasdale. Georgie Wasdale, the spin out of flight. Nice footwork from the pony. Yeah, I think that's a goal. For a minute it looked like the umpires weren't raising, or umpires and goal judges weren't raising their sticks, but I think they did. So goal to Scotland. They're on a bit of a roll in this junior chucker. Ireland need to get some ball and disrupt this. And try and grab a goal of their own. Oh, now Olivia Kirkham's pulled one down in the middle. Olivia Kirkham on the attack for Scotland. Irish again going to have to go into defensive mode. Downfield they go towards the 30-yard line. Olivia Kirkham riding fudge, just holding on to this ball. Max Lewis just going to try and get him in and get a tap on the racket. The pass away to Georgie Wasdale. Georgie Wasdale now going to have to try and find a way around Abby Wallace. There's footwork out of the ponies, but this time the shot doesn't find the goal. And we are in for over. Abby Wallace will get to take. So she'll look for that little pass out to Max Lewis. Oh, he couldn't quite hold on to it. And it's loose on the floor. Who's going to grab it? It's going to be a Scottish player. It's Georgie Wasdale. She did get over the 30-yard line. I thought the umpire was having a long, hard look at that, but away she goes. Really grab some ball. There we go. End of chucker 2. Right, we're back on the play. Taryn Tinker's on the attack for Scotland. Here we go, down towards the 30-yard line, pops it through to Georgie Wasdale. Georgie Wasdale couldn't quite hold on to it, it's loose on the floor, but she's going to get another chance at it, pulls it back in. So Georgie Wasdale now just circles around in the area. Abby Wallace will just try and keep away from these posts. Georgie Wasdale in flight, just looking to work their way around the area. Twists and turns. Flight, one of a number of horses, well, a lot of these horses in the juniors have played high-level Polocrosse and then been bought or loaned to junior players and moved down the grades a little bit, so you see some lovely footwork from some of these junior ponies. Flight played A-grade Polocrosse with Rachel Dewig before she went to the Wasdales. Ball goes in, knocked down. It's on the Irish side. Max Lewis comes up with it. Max Lewis, he's now in the #1 shirt for Ireland. So it's Max Lewis, Eloise Kerrs in 2, and Abby Wallace at 3. Max Lewis just looking to get through a bit of traffic. There's a lot of traffic around him. I think in the end they do force it over centre line. Hold on to it, but got the ball, got the racket not fully over centre line of the horse. So it's turnover ball. It's going to be Scotland. It's going to be Georgie Wasdale, I think, to take it. So Ethan Campbell's back on the field in that #2 shirt, but Georgie Wasdale staying at 1. Taryn Tinker, sorry, at 3. Georgie Wasdale puts down the bounce, can't quite pull it back in. It's going to be a race back between Tia and Flight, and it's going to be, oh, they both go over the top of it. Flight then's got the quicker of the turns, comes back round for it. Georgie Wasdale drives in, has the shot. Through it goes. Scotland having a strong end to the match. We've had a good junior match here. Ireland have had ball at points but haven't quite managed to convert it into goals, and by chucking number 3, when you're tired and wet and start to probably feel a little bit more harder to get through to those posts. Ball goes in, snap down at the middle. Taryn Tinker stretches up a long way and pulls it in. Taryn Tinker played in the minis for the last Four Nations, but out in the juniors this time. Pops it through to Georgie Wasdale. Georgie Wasdale unleashes a big overarm. Lovely goal by the Scottish number 1. Through it goes. So back they come to the line out again. Ball goes in. Knocked down on the floor. Taryn Tinker's come up with it. She wins a lot of ball in that number 3 shirt. Taryn Tinker down towards the 30-yard line. Pops well, I'm not sure that pass really was quite where she wanted to be. Georgie Wasdale was heading towards the back line, and Taryn Tinker, I think, just threw it in there and hoped a little bit, but it's going to be Island ball. Island ball from the back line. Abby Wallace will get the free throw from the ball going out of play off a Scottish throw, and she will get to take the free throw. So she takes it up to a non-stick side. Oh, doesn't get the kindness of bounces. It's loose on the floor. Georgie Wasdale's going to get a chance to turn it over, and she does so. It's always slightly cruel on a free throw where you get the free throw and it's meant to give you the advantage, and the bounce doesn't quite work in your favour. Oh, but Abby Wallace blocks the shot well, turns away the goal. So Georgie Wasdale tried a shot with Abby Wallace, still in a decent position to defend. And Latcher and Tia put the ball in the line, but between Tia and Abby, they blocked the shot. Out they come again. For anyone concerned about the balls bouncing the horse, that is a very soft rubber ball, so it doesn't hurt. And Abby Wallace threads it out to Max Lewis. Max Lewis now looks up the field and says, right, get hold of some Scottish players for me and create some space. Max Lewis, off he goes on Mercy. Mercy, Dark Bay, Blackmare, holding onto this ball. Upfield he goes, Max Lewis down towards the 30-yard line. Scottish defence are still hunting hard, they're not going to stop. They've got this game won, you'd think, but they're not going to stop hunting. Ethan Campbell, the left-hander. A number of these players, these Scottish players, I think all these Scottish players involved in the UKPA junior squad to go out to America. So Max Lewis bounces over 30-yard line, lines up the shot, pops it through the post for Islands Juniors. So Islands Juniors might just grab the final goal of the game here. They'll come back for another line out, I think, but time may. They've had possession and got balls at points, but just haven't quite been able to match the Scottish. Ball goes in, it's there on the floor. Sticks go down and dig for it. Eloise Kurz lays a racket on it, couldn't quite hold on to it. Ethan Campbell can see it, the left-hander comes up with it. Ethan Campbell. Scotland will need to move fast if they're going to do this, but no, it's rolled out the racket. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, that's time. Give them a big round of applause for your 2 junior teams. Scotland in with a junior win.